Hello there everyone, it's me Harry, and today I'm going to go over celebrity game shows and give my overview on some of them. So I'm going to be talking about current celebrity game shows. Basically any game show that has a celebrity version that's running right now. I am going to go over a few previous ones that exist, but mostly it'll be current ones. So let's go ahead and start it off. So, we're going to start off with a more recent one, if you could call it more recent, and that's Celebrity Lingo. So, it originally premiered in 2022, it only lasted one season, it was hosted by RuPaul, and the only reason he even hosted it to begin with instead of the show's usual host, Adele Ray, was because RuPaul was the host of the US version, and the US version was recorded on the UK set, so it was easier for him to host it instead of Adele Ray. But the celebrity version didn't do very well in the ratings. Like, it's the same show, but just with celebrities, and they get £1,000 if they go out, because it's charity after all. But it just moved slots, and then it was not renewed, but the the standard civilian version still runs. That was until recently, when it came back with a new season, but it's a lot different. It's only half an hour long, and Adele Ray is the host of that one, and there's only 2 pairs of contestants this time because of the shorter length. And it's still pretty much the exact same thing, just within a somewhat primetime slot. It's in the same one that ITV uses to air The Tonight Show and Millionaire Hot Seat and a couple of other programs. Even It Will Be Alright on the Night, they were just burning it off. But yeah, Celebrity Lingo, nah. I don't dislike it as much, but it's still got the same exact problems I see with every other celebrity game show, and I'll go on with that as I continue on talking. The next one is Celebrity Catchphrase, fronted by Stephen Mulhern. So the revival itself has been on since 2013. It used to have civilian contestants. Then they started airing celebrity specials, and then the celebrity specials turned into their own series. And then ITV decided that the civilian versions weren't enough to continue on after the pandemic, so since then it's only been celebrity editions. And those are the only versions that air on ITV2 when they rerun Catchphrase at about 6 PM or 7 PM, depending on the time slot or the day. They do have the civilian versions of this version of the show on Challenge on some occasions, but I don't know when the last time they reran that was. But yeah, my thoughts on celebrity version is, first it feels fun. It's meant to be more comedic, because that's what celebrity versions are supposed to be. It's supposed to be celebrities making complete fools of themselves on camera for charity, because of course that's what they're doing. And sometimes what I've seen with the celebrity version of Catchphrases, they sometimes have catchphrases that are more celebrity focused or pop culture focused, and it gets really annoying because it's just essentially pointing out, hey, there's a celebrity on there. Let's see if you can guess the catchphrase that the celebrity or whatever it was is on the screen in CGI. Ugh. And yeah, there are some funny moments, like the time when, the episode that Jimmy Carr was a contestant on, and Stephen Mulhern freaking out in one part. That was funny. He was a good contestant after all. Yeah, as I said before, sometimes when comedians and celebrities are on game shows, they can work if they're not being show-offs. But most of Celebrity Catchphrases, as I said before, celebrities that just try and be too hard to be funny or make fools of themselves and just try and show off a bit too much. Anyway, Celebrity Catchphrase, it's not good either. Now we have the Celebrity Chase. Another mixed bag one. It is a lot more lighter-hearted than the normal version. The chasers don't really seem that much of a threat than they do in the civilian version. Once again, they're trying to make the celebrities the stars of the show instead of the chasers and Bradley. Although Bradley does engage in some funny moments. Like there were two funny moments, as you've seen already in the one of the episodes from, I think it was 2011, that Tim Vine was a contestant in. Well, obviously, he didn't have anything to do with this, but the joke was that Bradley was reading out a question, and then it was a heavy innuendo question. And because of Bradley likely having a dirty mind, he just fell to pieces. Then the chaser fell to pieces, and then the whole audience obviously fell to pieces as well. Yeah, that's another difference. Like, there's an audience in the celebrity version of the chase, but there's none in the normal version. It's the same with Tipping Point as well, where the normal version has no audience, aside from foreign versions like the Australian one, but the celebrity version, Tipping Point Lucky Stars, does have an audience to laugh at the troubles and whatnot that the contestants go through. So yeah, Tipping Point Lucky Stars is it's pretty much the same show. I don't see much unfunny humour in that one. It just works the same way. Yeah, those are just a few good examples. Now we'll go over to the BBC with Celebrity Mastermind. Where do I even begin with this one? Okay, so the original Mastermind, as you know already, is a tournament-based game show featuring, civilians, and there will be a winner. Celebrity version is standalone. There's every episode. You don't need to watch them in order. You can just watch them anytime. And strangely enough, in whatever specialist subject the celebrity chooses, they still can't answer any of the questions, despite the fact they made them a lot easier. Like, sure enough, most of these wouldn't be of my interest, but if it was something like Pokemon or Mario or video games or something along those lines, and questions were as simple as, what kind of console did Nintendo make that's in the shape of a cube? I would go with GameCube, because I would know that already. But, yeah. Celebrity Mastermind is just... It's a chore to sit through just to see how silly celebrities really can be. Ugh. Pointless Celebrities does suffer from the same issues as well, but I've seen more of that one than most of other celebrity game shows I've seen. And with that, the questions they answer on that one are pretty much the same as the civilian version. They don't really ramp up or tone down the difficulty. And yet it's still pretty obvious even then they still do that kind of thing. Because you see celebrities, they answer, whatnot, and they still get 100 points or something along those lines. And most of the celebrities I see on Pointless Celebrities, I have no idea who they are. Like, there's this kind of person, then there's another one, and then blah, 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 blah. And it's very hard for me to watch an episode of Pointless Celebrities and know who's actually on there. Like, sure enough, that's me not following on celebrities' personal lives, but surely enough, they could get better names on there, but even then, panel shows suffer from the same issue as well when it comes to repetitive comedians who appear on every single panel show you can think up, but I'm not doing a rant on those. They speak for themselves. Yeah. And in fact, when you come to think of it, some celebrity game shows feel more like panel shows in terms of them trying to be funny. Well, obviously without the sex jokes and the swearing. But still. And the Weakest Link is one example of a show revival that was only revived as a celebrity edition. And it works because the primetime version of the original show actually did work. There were some very memorable episodes coming from the original Anne Robinson era. Like the Doctor Who special and the Puppet special, which have become favourites within fans of the series. Yeah, even Doctor Who fans like the Doctor Who special. It just feels like a big, let's say, love letter to fans or something along those lines. Although it does feel a bit scripted because, you know, they did photo out some of the guest stars and whatnot first. But of course, you know, there were still unpredictable bits. I don't know for sure if Channel 4 has any current celebrity game shows. I don't really pay too much attention to them. But Channel 5 has Celebrity Puzzling, which is fronted by Jeremy Vine. And I think Harold Vorderman is one of the team captains, and then the other one, I don't know who it is. My mind's blank. So, and that it was a revival of a Channel 5 game show that only lasted one season in 2023, which was, I think, tournament-based. But the celebrity version, well, obviously it was revived as one, and then it gotten popular since then. I'm surprised that, like, Eggheads hasn't been revived properly after Channel 5 got rid of it again. Much like how the BBC did, and yeah, they could have made it a celebrity-only version of that as well. But I'm guessing ITV Studios is the one who decides if they want to keep it or not. So, there you go. And another, like, celebrity-only revival was All Star Family Fortunes, which was presented by Vernon Kay. And it's basically a longer version of the original show. I think it was originally 35 minutes in length, and then it expanded by 10 minutes, and then they added in some extra rounds and whatnot, and lots and lots of filler. Yeah. And there's, you know, Celebrity Deal or No Deal as well, but now there was a standalone series of that when it was on, when Channel 4 aired Deal or No Deal. But then the Celebrity editions during the ITV era, I think, are part of the main series, but I'm not too sure. But there's not really much to change about this version compared to the normal one, because it's still the same exact game. Just the celebrity is, well, raising money for charity, and his or her or them or they, family and friends, are the box openers. So, yeah. That's all I really have to say about celebrity game shows. I hope you enjoyed my little rant, if you could call it that, but haven't really been yelling at all. Like, sure enough, celebrity game shows are annoying, but it's not annoying like the fact I have to scream all my lines. But it's also because it's night time and I don't want to disturb anyone. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and oh, I tricked ya. There was a recent BBC game show cancellation, but this one didn't come as a surprise. And that's The Inner Circle, that's fronted by Amanda Holden, which is sort of like The Weakest Link and Golden Balls and Shafted all combined together into what is a mean-spirited game show format, to the point that the production company was hyping it up to be the next big thing, that they commissioned a celebrity version. Well, the BBC commissioned a celebrity version and secured distribution rights. Unsurprisingly, it failed. It got cancelled, but the celebrity version, for whatever reason, is still going to be going on. Although in this case, it's civilian contestants with the celebrities helping them. Kind of a different choice, but there you go. And like, I could go on with other shows like Michael McIntyre's The Wheel, but that's more of a comedy-centric show, so I don't really need to say any more about that. But anyways, for real this time, thanks for watching, and bye for now. See ya.